Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I haven't slept all that well, so if you think that my voice sounds like shit, it most definitely is. So, I just woke up, I saw the trailer, and I'm like, oh hell yes, we have a Cyrene trailer. So, what exactly am I expecting from this trailer? I don't know. I don't know, especially after that Myriad Celestia trailer that showed us that we have Path A and Path B, and in both situations, Cyrene doesn't really have a good ending. And if we're just gonna go by the trailer name itself, we have Golden Epic Trailer, Farewell Cyrene. I don't think we're in for a good one, guys. I don't. But you know what? Let's find out.
Three, two, one. Eyes open. Oh, the shooting star didn't arrive. But
Oh
I
no,
know
this
it
is
might
already
appear
sad.
next time. So, I need to be prepared. Where should I start the story this time? Do you like this one? Romance and reason? Working together as an unstoppable force? Or a contest between kings, with both law and strife raising the first banner of war? I see life and death never parting, so that the world has twice as much warmth. I also see the Holy Maiden of Twilight returning upon a rainbow in triumph and again. The tides rise and fall, with the ocean's songstress walking toward new life. And two beating hearts are finally honest with each other.
Oh shit, no, that actually hit me.
All these warm tales still end with some small regrets. If fate only ever has one course, could this be just an overly naive dream? Could you give me more time, please? Amphoreus won't be forgotten. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning. Then, let's try this. Erase time from eternity, and leave a blank space for the final story.
Oh.
Hi, long time no see. Where should I start this time? Let me share a creative tip with you. Goodbye means hello. All right, it's your turn. At the very end, come imagine with me the true starry skies, just like my first hope. Would the shooting star come in like this, or this? Pity, I probably won't be around to see it, but we'll definitely meet again in the distant future. Then it's set. When the time comes, please once again call me Cyrene, okay?
And there it is. There it is. Oh boy. Okay, so first and foremost, I was not ready to have my emotions toyed with already. This was actually, it kind of got like it jerked a little tear out of me, I'm not gonna lie. But it is very interesting to see Cyrene going through all of this, from this perspective. Basically, from the start of the trailer, we see her waiting for the shooting star, aka the Astral Express, the people who are going to actually change the fate of Amphoreus.
Now, should I start the story this time?
This is interesting because it says, where should I start the story this time? So I'm assuming, this trailer is a little bit weird when it comes to its chronological order, right? She starts with, where should I begin the story this time? Meaning that she's already within the loops, right? She's already within the loops, telling her stories to the scepter, bringing her stories, her memories of Amphoreus into the vault of the Nameless Titan. Now, later down the line, we're shown her starting the loop. So I'm not really sure of the chronological order of these memories, right? But right now, from what we can see, she's going through the memories that she's experienced, right? But somehow, I don't know if her presence, because you see Cyrene back here in the background. So I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like she's present metaphorically because she witnesses all of these memories even from within the ceremonial blade, or if she's actually physically there. I assume it's a metaphorical sense because, as we know, the ceremonial blade always kills her to reset the loops, right? She always dies at the beginning of a new loop. So she shouldn't be here normally, right? So I assume this is just a metaphorical presence, right? But the idea is interesting, right? Because we have one cycle where romance, being Aglaya and Anaxa being reason, they decided to work together, putting aside their differences, which, as we know, Anaxa absolutely despises working with Aglaya. Right? The second contest between kings. Now here's the interesting part, right? Because you have Saridra, who's the Imperator, and this is Maide, who is, well, not necessarily interested in taking on the mantle of king. He has the attitude, the behavior of one, right? So if he's in a duel with Saridra, I wonder if this is a duel to determine who takes on the mantle of king and, takes the war. This could have two meanings, right? Because it says a contest between kings with both law and strife raising the first banner of war. Now, this could either mean that whoever wins this duel gets to be the one who raises the banner of war, or whoever wins this duel gets to become king. Or it could be both at the same time, right? Because the war could be the war against the Titans themselves, or it could be a war against each other, right? Like having Maide versus Saridra, right? Their respective nations.
Awe and strife, raising the first banner of war. I see life and death never parting, so that the world has twice as much warmth.
Okay, this one is it's basically pretty obvious, right? Life and death never parting, so that the world has twice as much warmth, right? So I'm assuming that the aspects of death are now reunited, and sorry sorry about this, but I'm really touched by the idea that Castorus looks so happy holding her sister, because we know that being able to embrace somebody without death taking it away is something that she's always desired, and seeing her so happy being able to embrace her sister gets me emotional. Right? I see the Holy Maiden of Twilight returning upon a rainbow in triumph. I assume this is after defeating the Sky Titan, right? But I'm not sure what role we have Tribi play in this. I'm unsure why she's here.
The tides rise and fall, with the ocean's songstress walking toward new life.
Now here's the thing. The tides rise and fall with the ocean's songstress walking toward a new life. In this cycle, I assume that Hyselins decided to either return to the sea or just completely remove herself from the entire conflict. Right? Potentially.
And two beating hearts.
This one hurts the most out of all of them, because we know that these two basically have a mother and daughter relationship, right? So even though Cypher has been really unwilling to show her true colors when it comes to how she feels about her adoptive mother, seeing Aglaya die in Cypher's arms just triggers something primal within me. Like, bro, this is such a sad state, especially because you see Cypher, being so sad at the very end of all things, where this is the last time she can get to be honest, right? It hurts.
Are finally honest with each other, heart. And yet, all the
because all of these tales always end in, you know, the apocalypse, in the loops basically destroying the whole of Amphoreus for the sake of Iron Tomb.
If fate only ever has one course.
It's also weird to see Cyrene with this type of eye, right? The eye that is slightly dead inside, very serious looking.
This be just an overly naive dream?
Yeah, here she's basically doubting herself, you know, after repeating all of these loops, gathering all of these memories, just hoping upon hope over and over again that 0.00000 infinite 0.1% chance is going to happen, that somebody is going to arrive at Amphoreus and change the fate of the world.
Could you give me more time? Please. Amphoreus won't be forgotten. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning.
And yeah, here we have the symbol of infinity, which is very fitting of Amphoreus because of what Cyrene decided to do, which is to reset the loops over and over again for that 1% chance, for that 0.01% chance. You get it.
Then, let's try this. Erase time from eternity.
See, this is why I said that the chronological order of the trailer is a little weird. She holds here the ceremonial blade, and we know that by using the ceremonial blade, she erased time from eternity, right? From Amphoreus. So I'm assuming that this is the moment where the very first Cyrene decided to sacrifice herself and reset the loops over and over again. Now, the problem is she basically erased time from Amphoreus. We could basically think about eternity, since the way Amphoreus looks from the outside is like the symbol of infinity, right? So you could say that, you know, Amphoreus is quote unquote eternity. But I'm not so sure about this time. This might be what she decides to do in the next patch. Erase time not from Amphoreus itself, but from actual eternity. Now, I don't know what that means. I'm just remarking upon the possibility, right? But I think that's a little far-fetched.
Time from eternity.
If you're asking for a concrete idea, I think this is just the beginning, the first Cyrene resetting the loops.
And leave a blank space for the final story.
And then reality corrects.
Hi. Long time
Wait, actually, hold on.
eternity. And leave
It's funny that from this crystal, we have, I would say, roots that converge upon each other, almost creating the trunk of a tree. Now, this is very similar to something that we may have seen, not necessarily the roots converging upon each other, but the idea of a tree. We've seen this in Honkai Impact 3rd, the video about Thus Spoke Auto Apocalypse, right? And I wonder if this is supposed to be a representation of the Sea of Quanta and the Tree of Possibility that Apocalypse decided to force into creating a new branch where Kaslana actually survives. I wonder if this is supposed to be a reference to that video.
story.
And as we can see, reality around Amphoreus starts to crack.
Hi. Long time no see. Where should I start?
And these are the infinite Cyrenes, the 33 million Cyrenes who,
Hello.
over and over again...
Sit with you.
Man, this one hurts the most, right?
Hello.
This one. Look at this face. Look at this expression. It's simply like, if you ever find a girl who looks at who looks at you like this, never let her go, okay? Because this is what love means, right? And as we know, Cyrene just has an overwhelming abundance of love for humanity, right? And these are her 33 million lifetimes that she has continued this loop to gather the memories of Amphoreus and keep them safe.
All right. It's your turn.
And of course, it's your turn.
Come imagine with me the true starry skies.
Obviously, it refers to the Trailblazer.
probably won't be around to see it, but we'll definitely meet again in the distant future.
It's probably better that she didn't see the shooting star come in.
When the time comes, please once again call me Cyrene.
Okay, here's the third moment where I'm just looking at this and I'm wondering about the chronological order of this trailer, because she says, when the time comes, please once again call me Cyrene, okay? But if this is taking place before the Astral Express landed, why is she telling us to call her Cyrene again? See, this is very interesting because it links with the idea that the scepter itself in patch 3.6 is capable of recognizing us as, the Trailblazer. Something that shouldn't be normal because how would it be able to recognize the Trailblazer even before the Trailblazer landed on Amphoreus, right? So I think we're gonna have to deal with a little bit of time traveling shenanigans in 3.7. I think that in patch 3.7 we might end up in a situation where we're traveling back in time, probably during the very first loop of Amphoreus. And maybe we had an impact on Cyrene, and maybe we helped her come to the decision to, reset the loops over and over again. Oh my god, what if we actually do this? What if we actually go back into the past, into the first loop? We find Cyrene, we find Phynon, we talk to them and tell them about the future, and we are the ones who convince them to endlessly sacrifice themselves for over 33.5 million loops, telling them to wait for us. Oh my god, what if they actually do that? What if we're the cause of them actually going through all of these resets? Because that would fit. That would make sense why she's telling us, please once again call me Cyrene, okay? Oh, that would be so painful. Oh, that would be so painful.
Okay.
And there's the shooting star. Oh my god, that's my theory. That's my theory so far. I might be wrong, but that is my theory. We go back into the past, and we are the ones who convince them, put yourself through 33.5 million lifetimes of torture. Please, just wait for me. Oh god, that is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Jesus Christ. All of this, this is very, very sensitive. If we're actually going to go through with this, they need to make this work. They need 100% dedication to making it look good. They need to write it good. They need to make it look good. They need to make it feel good. This is such a sensitive topic, right? Such a sensitive scene that if they screw this up, it's going to be bad. But damn, it has so much potential. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. That's my theory for now. I might be wrong. I don't know. I don't care. I'm just going to enjoy it when it comes. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Memberships are active if you want to support the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a good one.